Hey there, I'm Kevin Downey, and I run an agency called Kevin Downey where we help companies with their talent acquisition efforts, especially in sales and business development. You can visit our website at kevinmdowney.com. Okay, today's topic, coming off of a podcast interview I recently did, as well as a recent video, best practices for building a commission-only sales team in a B2B company. So I talked about this on an interview and a podcast, and then I did a video, why I think there's going to be a resurgence. I think there's some bumps in the road. I think there's some negatives that come with commission-only sales reps, but I think the conditions are there that we are going to see massive growth in this. There's demand on both sides. There's demand on the employer side, the company side in B2B, especially in SMB. They don't have the capital to invest in a full-blown sales team. They can only really afford one or two sales reps if they're giving them a strong base. And they are looking to grow more than that. And they've got the demand. They're looking for it. And then there's the job seeker side. The job seeker side are so hungry for higher income. Cost of living in the United States keeps going up. People are not able to find the base salaries they need and they are looking for to support their household. They are looking for higher income opportunities. They're looking to start their own businesses in a lot of cases, but they really don't want the headaches in a lot of times of creating the legal entity or don't have the products and services to offer. Not to mention, accounting system and credit card and managing employees and all that stuff. They just want to go out and sell, get paper, and get paid a lot of money for it, right? And historically, we'd say commission-only sales reps are dangerous because, the churn rate's going to be high. They can do damage to your business because you don't have any control because in most cases you're making them 1099. So it can be dangerous, but if done right, done correctly, can be a great way to build a sales team and find great success. Okay, so what are the ingredients? What do you got to have to really build a good commission-only sales team as an employer? Like, what do you need to bring to the table? You can't just go say, I'm going to pay you on straight commission. Here's our agreement, and send them out and say, go find it. Open the yellow pages. No, that's not going to work. Right? You got to do more than that. You got to prep them for success. So how do you do that? So first, you've got to go find people with an entrepreneurial mindset. They've got to have the mindset. They're really almost looking to start their own business, starting to look to build a book of business. And they are hungry. They know there's risk in it, and they know that it's going to take some time. And they have that mindset, and they have the ability to go a certain number of months without a check. That's unfortunately the reality. That's what's going to happen. It's going to take 3-4 months at bare minimum in most cases for a rep to get a check. They're going to have to be able to afford to be able to do that, right? So you're looking for the right mindset. Second key factor, I would say, is you've got to allow the reps to be remote in the United States at this point. To find the talent, to find enough people, that you've got the right ones, you've got enough to look at an interview to find the right fit, really want them to be remote. They got to work from their home office. There's huge demand for that. They don't want to work inside. They don't want to be tied down to a location at your offices. They don't want to have to travel. If not much anyway. You've got to be able to recruit the whole United States to find the right people that are going to be a fit for your company to be commission-only sales. Next thing, got to have high earning potential. Things have greater costs than others in certain B2B companies, but they've got to have high earning potential. These reps have to be able to make $200,000, $300,000 by year 3, realistically. So I've used the example in another video. We have a client, right? We recruit commission-only sales reps for them. They're basically starting their own business without having to start their own business. And these reps can make big money. Average sale in this company, average client spends $25,000 a year, just under that. Rep gets 50% of the take. It's a software license. So the rep's making $12,000 on the average sale in that company. One of their competitors built an entire sales force on that model. Actually, more than one of their competitors. And they've got, only need 10 customers to be making over $100,000, or 10 clients. They have people in that space, in that software space, that have 100 clients, and there's a few reps making over $1 million a year, and they have a team underneath them. That you got to have that. You got to have high earning potential. That's really important. Okay. You can't get commission only and figure they're only going to be able to make 90 or 100,000 a year. That's not going to cut it. And then the last big thing is you got to provide the reps the tools. This is the one thing I see very much missing from companies when they try to engage commission-only sales reps. If even though they are independent in a lot of cases, right? You may W-2 them still and do commission only, but if you go 1099, you can't control them, right? Obviously, we all know that. But you can provide them an email address. You can provide them prospect lists. You can give them a CRM, right? If they want and need it. You can give them business development training. Very important. What we do when we recruit sales and business development reps, including commission only for clients, we're providing prospect lists and rep training, business development in particular. There's an art and a science to business development, right? Most reps they're really good at sales. The business development side, they're generally not as strong in. They need help there. They need tutelage. They need some training. That's really, really important. So if you have all of these things in that formula together, boy, you can build a heck of a sales team commission only, but you got to go find the right people. And if you need help, we can help you. Reach out to us, kevinmdowney.com. Thanks for being here today. Best of luck in business, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.